We've got a lot of news to cover in today's video. Fallout 76 crossplay was being looked at by Bethesda, but it looks like Sony put a pause on that if Todd Howard is to be believed. Speaking of Fallout, Todd Howard has some words for Fallout 5. The creators of Left 4 Dead are working on a brand new game. Rocksteady has reached another milestone in their unannounced game, and there are a lot of great PlayStation 4 game deals that I want to look at the end of this video. First, let's talk about Fallout 76, one of the highly anticipated games of the year. Of course, one of the major additions with Fallout 76 is the inclusion of online play, and the game is being released on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC, and you might be wondering, will there be any crossplay in the game? Well, it looks like that won't be happening, and it looks like who put a stop to that was Sony. Todd Howard spoke to German gaming site GameStar, and when asked about whether or not Fallout 76 would have crossplay, here's what he said. "We would love to do that, but right now that's not possible." He paused for a second and then said, "Sony isn't being as helpful as we want them to be." I think that's a great response. It doesn't completely throw Sony under the bus, but it also implies, yeah, Sony could be a little bit easier to work with than they are being right now. Now, this is very timely news as all the stuff with Fortnite just happened as well, and I've been seeing a lot of people go to bat for Sony, and guys, I'm as big of a fan of PlayStation as you guys out there, but you're not looking at the best interest of the consumer right now. You're looking at it from the point of view as Sony as a business, and why are you doing that? When you're asking for things, when you want things out of a gaming platform, you have to be minded like a consumer, because guess what? You are the consumer. And I've seen a lot of people say, oh, we don't care about Fortnite. That's fine. Do you not care about Fallout 76 either? Do you care about gaming never crossing that cross-play barrier? Because I have a lot of friends that play on the Xbox One. I have a lot of friends that play on other platforms, and to unite them all for a healthier online experience, to have a larger player base, I don't see anything wrong with that. But as far as Fallout 76 goes, it looks like we won't be having that, and it looks like Bethesda is completely open to the possibility. Now, I do raise the question that if Sony is blocking this, why can't they do Xbox One and PC crossplay? Maybe they don't even see it worth their time to do that, or maybe that is something in the books for down the line. Who knows? But currently, crossplay is off the table.
Land on a rival camp of degenerates, a random stranger, the local wildlife. Whatever your target may be, take advantage of the resulting fallout to gather rare and valuable resources. Yet these rewards don't come without risk. The fate of this new world is yours to command with the power.
Also, speaking with GameStar, Todd Howard talked about future Bethesda titles and whether or not all of them will include this online component, and here's what he said. In regards to Elder Scrolls 6, Starfield, and a possible Fallout 5, he said, quote, "For those games, we want to keep them as single player. That is what our focus is going to be. If they have some social aspect we haven't designed yet, you'll see, but we treat each of them as their own thing." So for those of you that are that worried about Fallout 76 and the move to online play, it does look like future titles, unless they are built for online play, they will still be single player, and Bethesda has said that Fallout 76 can be fully played through single player. However, considering this it was a game that was built with online play in mind, Fallout 76 is scheduled for release on November 14th. Moving on from that, Left 4 Dead creators and Turtle Rock Studios are working on a new game, and it looks to be a big one. First noticed by a user over on Restera, Turtle Rock is hiring for a senior level design to work on, quote, on an unannounced AAA title. They're looking for competitive and balanced map layouts, and they're also looking for a designer with experience working on modern FPS engines like Unreal Engine 4. It also states that they are working on a globally known game franchise, so what could that be? I highly doubt it's a brand new Left 4 Dead game. Obviously, Turtle Rock Studios more recently worked on Evolve, which had some interesting elements to it, but unfortunately did not have a lot of lasting power, and it is shutting down the dedicated servers for Evolve. Those servers will be shut down on September 3rd, so you know the majority of their attention is on this brand new project. What would you like to see them do? It's for sure a multiplayer game, and it's for a globally known game franchise. Just thinking about it off the top of my head, I really can't think of anything outside of a Left 4 Dead 3, but obviously they would have to work on Valve with that. And as far as other multiplayer game franchises, I really can't think of one that's globally known and not being worked on right now. If a franchise is globally known, usually it's making some progress, but I'm excited to see what Turtle Rock Studios' next game is. Speaking of next games, a studio that we know are working on a big project is Rocksteady, and we're still a little bit disappointed that we didn't see the brand new Rocksteady game this E3. A lot of us are expecting them to be working on a Superman game, but who knows what the exact project is. Well, Jamie Walker, the studio director over at Rocksteady, tweeted this, quote, "Another milestone at Rocksteady game, so we're cooking up a storm to say thank you to our amazing team. Meat by me, eggs by Rob Oddix." So they've hit yet another milestone in whatever game this is. They did say they'll reveal this game when it's ready. I'm kind of surprised that we haven't heard from it yet. Batman Arkham Knight was released over 3 years ago, but considering this is a brand new game IP, I can understand why it's taking them so long, and I imagine that Rocksteady wants to announce the game and then release it rather quickly. I imagine that this will be a 2019 game. I really hope it is a Superman game because Batman was done well by the Batman games. Spider-Man is going to be done well by Insomniac. Superman still hasn't received a great game. Hell, it's received games like Superman 64, so it's due time we get a good game out of that too. But who knows, sound off on what you want to see from Rocksteady as well. And lastly, I want to take a look at a bunch of fantastic game deals that are available right now. PlayStation 4 game deals, we know that the greatest hits lineup of games all went down to $19.99. Well, some of them are seeing an even deeper discount. Over on Newegg with a promo code, you can get a bunch of games discounted to just $14.99. This includes the excellent Bloodborne, Wipeout the Omega Collection, The Last Guardian, Neo, Until Dawn, The Last of Us Remastered, God of War 3 Remastered, Everybody's Golf, Uncharted Collection, Little Big Planet 3, Knack 2, Ratchet & Clank, and Gravity Rush 2. So a lot of great games there. If I had to pick out what ones that I believe are must-owns, Gravity Rush 2 is fantastic, Bloodborne is great, Wipeout Omega Collection, if you're into arcade racing games, that game is so good. Neo is great, of course, The Last of Us Remastered is awesome, Uncharted Collection, you can't go wrong with that, and Ratchet & Clank is tremendous as well. So all of those games, in my opinion, are must-own, and then you have games like God of War 3 Remastered and The Last Guardian that I could also recommend, but not as strongly as those other games, but still, $14.99 for each of them, those are very good. Also on Newegg, they've got God of War, the new 2018 game, down to $44.99 after a promo code, so that is quite good as well. If you own a PlayStation 4, you have to own God of War. That game is just incredible. Feel like the majority of you guys already have it, but if you don't, you can get $15 off on it. Not a gigantic discount, but 25% off on a masterpiece of a game is still 25% off.
You know, as with Norse mythology, everything here sort of has a little bit of a story, a little bit of a narrative to it. So each of these guys, they're going to look a little different. They're going to fight a little different. The way you want to go up against them, you might want to think about it differently.
Yeah, this guy looks a lot meaner. He's a lot more aggressive than the other enemies that we've seen.
No, interesting fact, too, I mean, the team at Santa Monica Studio put a lot of work into just...
Also, Resident Evil 7 is down to $12.99 at Newegg with a promo code. That is a great deal because Resident Evil 7 is a game that's really held up in value. Even on sale, you're typically paying $19.99 to $24.99, so now at $12.99, that is an excellent deal.
Be careful. They'll be looking for you.
Also, over at Best Buy, you can get Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, the Legacy Edition for $23.99. Yes, Infinite Warfare is a little bit older at this point, but the Legacy Edition has still really retained its value because obviously it does include the Call of Duty 4 Remaster, so 2 games for the price of one, $23.99. That's a really good deal in my eyes. And finally, I've been mentioning a lot that Ubisoft games are notorious for going low in price very quickly. Well, Far Cry 5 is finally down to $29.99 already at Newegg after a promo code. I've been saying it a lot when the game was $39.99, $44.99, and a lot of people wanted to pick it up and were touting it as a great deal, and it was, but I just knew in the back of my mind that this game was gonna be $30 before summer's end. Hell, by this fall, around Black Friday time, I could see it down to $19.99 easily if it's already down to $29.99 now. It's a great game, but that's what you gotta know with Ubisoft games. They're gonna go on sale very quickly. That's gonna conclude this video, guys. Let us know all of your thoughts. Bethesda does want to do Fallout 76 crossplay, but it looks like Sony isn't being as helpful as they would like. Future Bethesda games will be focused on single player unless they build them with online play in mind. The Left 4 Dead creators and Turtle Rock Studios are working on a brand new AAA game, and it's a globally known franchise. What do you guys think that might be? It's very interesting. Rocksteady continues to work on their new game, and it looks like they've hit another new milestone. And check out all of those great PS4 game deals. A lot of PS4 games at $14.99, Resident Evil 7 at $12.99, God of War at $44.99, Far Cry 5 at $29.99, and Call of Duty Infinite Warfare Legacy Edition for just $23.99. Awesome deals all around. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.